Okay. So, I actually thought I would get halfway professional and put together a slideshow.
Mhm.
I literally just typed some stuff up so that I would kind of have notes. So, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I don't know what's going to be up here. Okay. Google. Doo-doo. And crap. Hold on. Okay. So,
Love it. Look at you go.
look at us. We're so cool. All right, can you see my slideshow?
Sure can. Yep.
Solid. Okay. So, the topics that I'm covering here is honestly just stuff that has been on my brain lately. And I figure, if I'm kind of struggling with it or thinking on it, then somebody else is too. And just, closing out the year, the last month, I think it's super important to kind of touch base, really just to kind of refresh ourselves on, what we can be doing to finish out the year strong, even though it's, what most people would consider the hardest time of the year for a business like ours. And then how you can really have momentum going into the new year. Um, you know, Typically January tends to be a good month for us, but I want us to get more out of it, not just have those people that are like, yeah, New Year's resolution, let me jump on the bandwagon, because that doesn't benefit us in the long run. And so this is just again kind of what I've gathered in my brain, and then listening to Autumn's 80-day obsession, her Zoom call that she did. So to start off, making the most of December, I think that should be kind of our number one focus right now. We are in December. It's what, December 5th today? Okay, so um, how should you go about that? What can you do to get the most out of this month? Number one, and this goes, any time of year, commit to your own journey. I think that's something that a lot of times you can get so deep into the business or your challenge groups or the people that you're helping that you forget about yourself. But we have to remember that getting results is almost considered our job. And showing that what we do actually works, and it's not just some gimmick, some quick fix. And we all know that. I know that this is probably, like, duh, Lauren, we know this already, but just to have that refresher. So commit to a program. They put these programs together for a reason, because we are not the experts. We're just here to guide people, and show them that it is possible and it is doable no matter what your lifestyle is. As you are in the midst of getting your results, you can't wait until day 21 or day 30 to talk about it. You need to be talking about it along the way to show people, what it's like, what you're doing, how you're making it work, despite work, being busy, being pregnant, having a newborn, all of that stuff. So that when the time comes that you do, put an invite out there, or somebody is sitting at home thinking, I need to do something, but I need help, you want them to think of you. You want to be the number one, like, I need help. She is obviously doing something right. I'm going to go to her. So that's why results, and it doesn't have to be crazy, like, oh my gosh, I lost 20 pounds and got abs results. You just need to be sharing how your day-to-day life is better, how it's improved, your mood, your energy, how it affects your marriage, your job, all that stuff. So keep that in mind day to day, and it's something that I need to focus on, definitely myself, reminding myself that, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing it to inspire and empower other people along the way. Now, as you are getting your results and going through your journey, you need to have people that you're showing it to. This is something that I think we could do an entire call on its own. I think Facebook is honestly just getting a little old. I've been super frustrated. Honestly, the past couple of weeks, I feel like my posts are not getting anything. Even some of the best posts that I put together, like transformations and completely just putting myself out there, and not getting the likes that I used to get. Um, I'll admit I haven't been adding a ton of new friends consistently because I've been putting more of my expansion, doing more of that on Instagram. So I'm sure that plays a role. Um, but regardless, with the people that you have on Facebook, a majority of them probably are your warm markets. And truth be told, a lot of your closest friends and family, like if they haven't joined you already, they're probably not going to. They're just your friend, they're just a family member, and they're like, yeah, what you're doing is cool, but they're not somebody that is more than likely going to be, a lifelong challenger, business builder. Maybe they want to support you and drink some Shakeology. That's awesome. But if you're looking to build a business, you need to get out of that. And so I think that where we are today, that's where Instagram comes into play. I know we've talked about this a lot. Instagram, from what I guess kind of, the vibe that I get, it's a lot younger generation, which, I mean, young, under the age of 50 is what I consider young. People on there are more accepting, and it seems that you can have a better connection with people without being weird or creepy. Like, I am so much more comfortable just messaging somebody or commenting something so completely random on somebody that I found on Instagram versus Facebook. Um, and I see less network marketing like other companies on Instagram. I mean, I see it, but not as much as, not on the level that I think Beachbody is present, because number one, we do stuff like this right now, team calls where we educate one another. And I don't think any other network marketing companies do that. So that's kind of an upper hand that we have. Two graphics here that I shared are two apps that I've been using to add to my Instagram stories. Learning a lot from Jatana Jackson, still kind of struggling to make it my own in a sense. Like I feel like I'm copying her and I don't like that. So I kind of hold back from doing it a lot. But this first one, Hype Type, I've seen that on hers. I've used it recently, but it's where you can have a video, and you can have like little text that'll kind of pop up over the video with effects, and then it disappears. And what I recently discovered with that is you can also, like, say I record a video of myself working out, and like I remove the sound because I don't want to hear like what's going on in the background in my basement or whatever. I upload it to Hype Type, put the text over it, and then on Hype Type you can search music, and it pretty much has any song you could want, and it'll put it along with the video, and it's free. So that's really cool. The app is free, so you might check that out. I also use Video Shop for my videos. Again, I'll do like several different clips of like my workout, maybe like 3 different moves. I'll put it all together in Video Shop, speed it up so it's faster, and then take it to Hype Type, put music and text with it, and again put it in my story. In the beginning, stories was kind of like Snapchat, an inside look at like what you're doing every hour of the day. But at this point, people look at your stories more than they look at your page, I feel. So I'm putting more thought into what goes in my stories, and not just hey, I'm driving to the grocery store. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So try and find, a balance of, hey, this is what I'm doing, day by day, day in the life, but also here's a cool video that I actually took time to put together. So both of those apps are free. Then of course, you've got your journey, you're sharing it. You have to actually do something and offer something. I have found so many people, even though I feel like they should know this, they don't know that we run groups, or they don't understand what it is. I'll send out a personal invite, something like, hey, don't know if you saw my post, but I'm running this group, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh no, what's that? Can you tell me more? And I'm like, how do you not see this? But again, it just proves to show that people don't see our posts all the time. So regardless, the personal messages, personal invites have to be going out, whether it's, to a paid challenge group or the free group like Clean Week. I know we're starting in less than a week, so it's kind of too late to really invite to that anymore because they can't get Shakeology in time. But anyway, this month is so, so important. I guarantee you're going to get more no's this month than you ever will. We all probably see that coming. Just as we hear it all the time, no usually just means not right now. And you are planting that seed again so that when people do decide they want help, they're like, hey, that girl talked to me. She actually showed genuine interest in my goals and what I'm trying to do. And when they do, come to you with, no, I'm too busy, or I just want to wait, it does give you that opportunity to try and fight the objection, and not in a pushy way. I've talked about that before, but I have signed up some people just by talking to them about their objection, their fear of not being perfect, not having enough time. Just invest a little bit more in the conversation. Don't just, no, oh, you don't want to do it? Okay, bye. Show that you care. And if they're ready now, you're here for them. If they do want to wait, you understand. As you do invite and you do have people join you, even in the month of December, make it a point to celebrate those people. Post again back to Instagram stories. Show who is committing, show who signed up, and celebrate them and shout them out for committing to this. And shout out your challengers, once a week saying, oh my gosh, we're on day 3 already, blah, blah, blah. Shout them out at the very end, whether they had physical results right now or not. Just the fact that they worked out every day, even, with Christmas and all this craziness going on, that right there is going to have some people either inspired or jealous that they didn't get on the bandwagon in the first place. So that, in essence, is kind of what you want to focus on for the month. You have 25 days left in December. Now, rediscovering your purpose. This you could talk about forever. This is what personally I've been struggling with lately, kind of what I talked about in regards to being on bikini prep and just being stressed about everything. So I had to kind of sit down and not only figure out what I wanted to do for my fitness journey, but what I needed to be doing in my business. So again, start from the get-go. Why did you start this? What excited you? So when I think back, my excitement when Aaron brought up the idea of coaching to me, and I'm pretty sure I was for it right away, because I loved the idea of running my own challenge group. I love the idea of, as selfish as it sounds or conceited as it sounds, posting on social media and inspiring people. That's what I wanted to do. In essence, it wasn't for, self-centered reasons. So that's what excited me. So that's what I need to think about every day. Okay, that's what excited me. So I want to run a challenge group that excites people and gets them to want to join me. What problem did you have a solution to? For me, it was, I was a college student that, was trying to, I'd never been healthy. I had no background in it. So I was trying to find a good place to start. My self-confidence was low because I just went through a breakup. I can talk about that, in my posts and why I do what I do, because I wanted, something better for myself. So think about what it is that challenge groups have done for you, that coaching has done for you, and base your business around that. I could have kind of put this last bullet point with Trina Gray and her big idea, could have really put that together with this. It was last week's National Wake Up Call. I know I talked about it in the team page. Like I said, it seriously blew my mind, and I swear I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is how I need to grow a business. But having a big idea, and don't let the idea of big scare you. It can be very simple, but just focusing on, okay, what do I want my focus to be? For me right now, it's, I travel a lot. I have, a random schedule. I never really know what's going on, but I still make health and fitness work. That is my big idea. For Erin right now, it can be she's pregnant. How is she going to have a healthy pregnancy? Diana, it can be she has a newborn. How does she make it work for having, handling a newborn and going back to a job? And as you go on month to month, year to year, that's going to kind of change a little bit. But if you can just focus on that, it's going to give you so much energy towards the people that you're focusing, that you're looking for, your niche, your market that they talk about all the time. And I think that right there can produce so much energy for the challenge groups and whatnot that you're trying to put together, that'll just make them so much more effective. So, in the midst of all that, we obviously need to be implementing personal development every single day. You hear it over and over. If you do not believe in yourself, if you do not believe in this business, you will not succeed. Over to the right here, we've got the 4 vital behaviors. Honestly, I feel personal development needs to be at the top, because if you don't have that belief, if you are inspired by somebody else's story to create your own story, and if you don't have a confidence in yourself and in what you do and in what we have to offer, you will not be successful. The things that we do on a day-to-day basis, or should be doing in our business, are very simple, but we're held back by what goes on in our brain. And I know that everybody knows that. And I'm speaking to myself here at the same time. So just know that anytime you are, you feel lost or defeated or discouraged, dive into personal development, you guys. That's just all there is to it. If you don't know where to start with personal development, post in the team page and ask for some help. Okay. So then, encompassing all the vital behaviors there, of course, just a quick review on them, as we all should know them. Make sure you're inviting, be proof that the products work, personal development, and then recognize. I know I kind of touched on that altogether, but there's that graphic if you ever need to refresh your memory. This business is so simple. We just overcomplicate it by overthinking it. That's all there is to it. But that's what humans do, unfortunately. All right, my last slide. Planning for 2018. I am frigging excited. Like I said, I listened to Autumn's call today. What else? I feel like there was something else, 80-day obsession, that got me all excited. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, so before I even touch on 80-day obsession, though, I want you to envision what you want 2018 to be like for you, for yourself personally, with your own fitness journey. Because again, you got to have your own going on before you can help others. And then 2, what you want your business, to look like, how you want it to develop, all that fun stuff. Vision board. I think that's a fun thing to do. And, if you're able to literally, lay out and kind of design what you literally want your future to look like, 1, it's going to be, a daily reminder for motivation and inspiration. But 2, it's just the fact that if you put that stuff out there into the universe, I feel weird saying that stuff all the time, but I swear to God it works, and it's so true. You put it out there and you can manifest it back, all right? A majority of people don't even take the time to sit down and make goals for themselves. So you are 100 steps ahead of everybody else by sitting down and just frigging making a dream and a goal for yourself about what your dream life looks like. All right. So take the time to do that. I think that's kind of a fun project that you can do. A lot of times we get caught up in this business and we think, oh, this is this task sucks. I don't want to do this. Do stuff that is fun. You got to throw that in there every now and then. Number 2, journaling. I've done that. I would say, I can't remember when I started. I bet I could look back in my journal and see when the first entry date was. But I did this every morning as kind of part of my, personal development morning routine, and practicing a lot of gratitude, what I'm thankful for currently, what I am thankful for in the future as if it has already happened. Again, manifesting your future. And then affirmations, just more ways to put out positive energy, to start your day off right, and to really, keep a daily focus on where you want your business to go. Because say you create that vision board on January 1st, and then, it sits next to your desk, but some days you don't go to your desk or you just forget to look at it. Those goals just kind of, they fade off into the back of your mind. If you're journaling or doing, some sort of, writing, reflection, whatever, if you're doing that every single day, that goal, that plan is going to be fresh in your mind. So you're going to be more likely to stick to what it is you said you wanted to do, and it'll just be that much more easy. And then in terms of, once you actually have the goal and the vision for yourself, you do need to have a plan. Now, I'll admit this is where I struggle the most. One, I don't usually set big enough goals for myself in terms of, like I can be diamond within a month. Like some people get diamond within a week. So when I'm like writing out my actual plan, I tend to kind of hold myself back a little bit. And then at the same time, I don't always hold myself accountable to that plan, which is something I need to work on. But having, a monthly plan of, how many coaches you are going to recruit, when you are going to host your groups, when you are going to, focus on inviting, have that all laid out month by month. Then week by, or within each week, you can kind of say, okay, I know Mondays and Fridays are my busiest days. So the rest of the week is when I will focus on my invites. Then, of course, a daily planner, just having a to-do list. One thing that's helped me a ton is seriously just sitting down, picking the things that absolutely have to get done, put those at the top of the list, and then let everything else go. Not only just forgetting about it, but saying, if I don't get to those, it's okay, my life will go on. Because that's something that added so much stress and anxiety to my life, looking at these humongous to-do lists and then literally not doing any of it, which is the dumbest thing ever. But I'm such a procrastinator, it's terrible. So figure out kind of a monthly, weekly, daily planning system that'll help keep you on track and accountable. It's going to be different for all of us. Strengths, I can't say that word, versus weaknesses. Reflecting both in your challenge groups and, the coaching opportunity, how you're inviting to it, how you're welcoming new coaches, etc. I'm going to talk about challenge groups mainly. Coming into a new year, and as social media changes, as new coaches come in, as everything is developing, you want to constantly be, I don't want to say always be doing something different. You want to have consistency with what you're doing, but always trying to, have something that stands out, that puts you, above, the other Beachbody coaches that are posting on Facebook and Instagram. So look at your challenge groups right now. What is going really well? What gets people engaged? What excites your challengers? What type of posts that you make, inviting to your challenge groups have gone over really well. Look at those and continue to use them. Then look at your weaknesses. Okay, so maybe when I, make this kind of post in my challenge group, nobody cares, nobody looks. Get rid of that stuff. Maybe like something that I did, I was trying to do weekly check-ins, like personal messages with, everybody that told me they wanted one. And at 1 month, that was like 30 people. One, it was stressing me the F out. And then two, I'd send out 30 messages and friggin' 8 of them would reply back. And I'm like, you know what? I'm wasting my friggin' time. So that is something that I've had to sit down and look at and be like, okay, what is legitimately helping my challengers and what's just stressing me out right now? So just to kind of give you guys some insight on what I am planning for 2018, this doesn't mean you need to do the same thing. because again, we all operate differently. Um, I currently have like one giant group that I've put all my Beachbody customers ever into since day one. And then within the past couple months, when I've brought on new challengers, I've started a tiny group off on the side and put them into that. And then after their first month, they kind of graduate onto the big group. This is only my second month doing that. It's going okay. I do think that it helps them get started off on a better foot. But then at the same time, with those Facebook groups, I also have the app running for both the giant group and the tiny group. So I'm having to post in 4 different places, and it's freaking my brain out. So what I'm going for starting 2018, I'm going to have my giant ongoing Facebook group for everybody ever. And then one group in the app. And that will be the official challenge group for people that are showing up every day, that are drinking Shakeology, that are, brand new, or I know they're committed. So when new challengers sign on, I'm just going to have kind of like a little, basically it'll be in a document, a getting started document, with, just basically some tips like, here's how you access Beachbody on demand. Here's how to set up your My Challenge Tracker app, blah, 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 just to help them get started. And then them for their day, the start that they'll start in the app basically. The Facebook group for me will be, I want to say, more laid back. Anybody and everybody and their dog can post in it. But the people that show me that they're really wanting help, they're wanting guidance, they want accountability, they will be in the app. That's what I'm planning. And in addition, I think what I'm going to do on kind of a monthly basis is pick a program from Beachbody on Demand and make that the focus for the month. Now, does everybody have to be doing that program? No. But I think that'll help me with, the daily posts that I'm making. I can use the challenge group guides that are already there. So say in January, I pick Country Heat. I'll use the challenge group guide. Boom, there you go. Actually, I would do 80-day obsession because that's coming out in January. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. But that's kind of what I plan to do for 2018. Regardless of what you want to do, be thinking about how you want to come into the new year and figure that out soon so that you can start posting about it, and of course, inviting people. Again, Trina Gray, I'm telling you, if you did not listen to that National Wake Up Call, go do it, because having that big idea will help move you forward for the new year. Okay, quickly on 80-day obsession. Number 1, check out this girl's before and after. That is day 27, if you did not pick that out already. That's friggin', 4 weeks? I looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh, 80 days, good for her. And then I was like, holy shit, 27 days. That just blows my mind. And this is what we have the power to do for people. I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you get excited about it every time you look at something like this and you understand, the impact that we can have on people. And so, I know Erin, she can't do 80-day obsession, which does suck. But you know what we can do to help her? We as coaches on the team with her can get our results, and she can share that, to help grow her business, to grow our business, our team together. So get excited about new programs. Listen to Autumn's call. It is a longer one, but it's very, very informative. What I actually might do, I'm thinking maybe Saturday, I wanted to do a Zoom call for my challenge group to give them all the details on 80-day obsession. If I put that Zoom call together, I will give you guys the link as well in case you want to hop on and listen. Regardless, I'll probably record it. Anyway, the important things that you need to know as a coach, talking to people as this comes up soon, the challenge pack, the 80-day obsession challenge pack, which don't quote me on this. I assume, it's the Beachbody on Demand, All Access, Shakeology, and then the equipment that you need with it. or just the accessory bundles, which is only the equipment. I think Autumn said that'll be like $49.95 for coaches. Um, she calls it a pre-launch. So I don't know if that means you're just like pre-ordering and it'll be shipped to you later, or if you're legitimately ordering it then. That kind of confuses me. But that is December 14th. That's when you can order the equipment. Yes, you can order equipment from somewhere else, but the stuff that they're using in the video, like especially the bands, I know the Autumn goes by colors, like, oh, you need your yellow band for this one. If you order from somewhere else, it might like be different colors or different resistance, whatever you kind of want to do with that. I plan to order that just so I can say I have it. ALO, that's a little obsessed. We know that, what was it, like a month ago, they did the live workouts each day. Launching December 20th, it will be all 5 videos, like just coming out and uploading to Beachbody On Demand, just like a normal program. They'll be there forever. A nutrition guide will come along with it, and it'll kind of introduce us to the timed nutrition that will incorporate, or what word am I looking for? I don't know. That will go along with 80-Day Obsession. It uses the Portion Fix containers. So that, yeah, like I said, December 20th. Those workouts are just an introduction to 80-Day Obsession. They're only 30 minutes long, so they're a little bit shorter. They use the equipment. Autumn said you can do ALO as like its own program, kind of like Clean Week. You could do it for a couple weeks in a row. You could do ALO for a couple weeks in a row and you would get results. So use that right now. Tell people, hey, do ALO for 4 weeks to get prepared for 80-Day Obsession. Because she made it a point to say, like, if you don't have just some sort of little background in fitness, you're not going to want to start out with 80-Day Obsession. If you have new challengers coming in to January and they haven't worked out in a long time, I would not start them out with this program. And then kind of a little fun, exciting Success Club reward for December is an 80-Day Obsession top. I think she said a tank top for girls and a t-shirt for guys, and then a workout mat. Don't really know what that means, but fun stuff. Get excited. I am super excited. Erin brought this up to me. I'm going to go ahead and exit out. If it'll go. Oh, we're going. Okay. Erin brought up to me that they're doing, and Autumn covered this. Oh, I have 4 minutes left to talk. That they're going to do, I think it's coaches only, test group for 80-Day Obsession. Like they already did one in the past before it launched, obviously. Erin, I don't know, like, did you hear exactly like how you can like join the test group? Do you have to like do something special? I guess I missed that part of her call, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you have to buy something. You have to buy one of the bundles. I guess there's 2. There's like a smaller one that's like $50, but I don't know if that's our price or just the normal retail price. And then there's like a bigger one. So basically, I think with that, you get the bigger one, you get like the performance line, but you get the bands, and maybe that's it. But basically, it's so you have skin in the game, so they don't have like a huge group of, people that are just joining to join. So,
right. But it'll just be like an online challenge group that Autumn's hosting.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a cutoff. They're not going to just keep letting people join.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
but I'm not sure how they're going to know if you ordered or not. I don't know if you have to like, I don't know. Yeah, because she thought her estimate was that there was going to be like 30,000 people on it.
That's insane. I want to do it so bad. I might have to. Anyway, we've only got about 2 minutes left here. Sorry if I talked too fast or if I rambled. Are there any quick questions before we get kicked off of here?
No, I think that was great. I just want to add like one really quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember December 2016. all I did was spend the entire month sharing, getting my own results, and adding to my network. And from January until July of 2017, I hit Success Club every month. My volume was higher than it's ever been. And of course, I had a huge falling out with Facebook. So since Instagram, I've tried to get that going. So I just really hope to spend the rest of the month really just focusing on my journey, sharing that, and inviting as much as I can to plant that seed so that when those New Year's resolutions hit, I'm the gal they're thinking about. So just want to share that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Cool. Yeah? Anybody else? No?
Erin.
What?
Excited. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Oh my God.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. Except for I think I pushed myself a little bit too much in my workouts, and today I was like, I had a little bleeding afterwards, and I was like, oh shit,
Cool. That's not good.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's just hard. I'm sure you guys all understand because you just want to continue working out at your speed.
Right.
But
Yeah, gotta kind of adapt there.
yeah, I'll be fine though.
You'll make it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for getting on. I will upload the recording as soon as I can. And yeah, we'll schedule.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you. Bye.